the news.
Stop the music. It's time for news.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's head over into the drone newsosphere and see what's in the news. There's a lot of it. What's happening there?
All right, so to start things off, back on February 9th, the FBI has revealed that a custom Border Patrol helicopter was dogged by a high-powered unmanned aerial vehicle. And when I say dogged, I mean this thing was a heavily modified drone that chased the helicopter up to 14,000 feet, orbited the helicopter multiple times, chased it over a 70-mile range at speeds of up to and over 100 miles an hour.
Wow.
They are currently trying to figure out who or what this particular drone was.
So this is the flight path. Which one's which?
Well, that's a good question. I would imagine that the squirrely thing is probably going to be the drone, but the helicopter did everything they could to try to stay away and avoid this particular thing. And the drone was between 4 to 6 feet in diameter. It had 4 to 6 rotors on it. It was exceptionally fast. It was not a standard drone by any means whatsoever.
I've got it figured out. You know, aliens from other worlds used to disguise themselves as airplanes. Now they're disguising themselves as drones. You're welcome, conspiracy theorists. That's what happened.
Well, so right now they're still trying to figure out what happened. Obviously, this thing flew beyond visual line of sight. They don't know if it was piloted or automated at all. So hopefully we will find some more information out about this in the future, and I'll be able to share it with you guys.
Right. It'll crash. There'll be a little green guy in there, a little short green guy about this big. All right. Now back to the news.
All right. So every so often as drone pilots, we get to catch those priceless moments. Yeah. Things that most other people don't see.
Yeah.
And in this particular case, this drone pilot got a hilarious moment when a fisherman, completely oblivious, misses a school of rays that snuck past him in the shallows off Florida Beach.
Well, was he? Can you fish for rays? Are they protected? Like he's not fishing for them.
No,
right?
he's out fishing, just fishing. But the rays are zooming around behind him, and he's completely oblivious to it. And the drone caught all of it.
There's where his fish went. The rays are chasing him away. Does anybody eat rays? Surely someone.
Chinese people.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Let's go to the wet market. They'll eat anything, right over there. Yeah, but yeah, somebody's eating a ray for sure.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, if people can lick frogs, then there's somebody who's eating a ray.
Very true.
Yes. All right. So Italy has released some photographs and some information about their drum blasting laser beam weapon that they have developed.
Ooh, lasers. I love lasers.
Yeah. This is a device that's going to be given to the Italian military and defense sectors. It is a microwave gun.
Is that the noise it makes, or does it go? Wait, you got it on stun. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm wondering who it is that actually builds these things, because you would think that there's some aesthetics person, it's like, hey, we could make it small and light, and no, let's make it huge and it fits on your shoulder, and it looks like something that you took out of a 1970s sci-fi movie.
Should we attach it to the back of a Jeep? No, man, I want to hold a ray gun. If we're gonna make a ray gun, I'm gonna hold it, but it's got to be real big and heavy. Yeah, let's get a big guy to hold it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. So I also look for stories where I feel that drones have been used in new and positive ways. And this one comes out of Eugene, Oregon, where they have used a drone to assist in the inspection and study of a plane crash.
Okay, very cool.
We've got FLIR capability on the drones, and so what that is, forward-looking infrared, and what that allows us to do is see heat signatures. There was some concern about a potential passenger that had not been located yet, and since the pilot wasn't able to give us the information on whether or not there was anybody else in there, we were requested to come out and help look for a person out in the field. You can see with the tall grass, it would be difficult to find somebody potentially. And so we were able to get out, do a pretty significant search of the grass. We feel pretty confident at this point that there isn't anybody else out there. And then at this point, we're taking crash photos. So it's hard to get that view, to be able to really see top down what the scene looks like, the movement, where the plane may have first touched down, etc. We have drones that, in the right circumstances, with warrants, like on a SWAT type call out, where we're able to fly into a building to help look for someone who may be hiding or barricaded inside, providing the SWAT team a better view of what they may be entering into in a very dangerous dynamic situation.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, that was Eugene's police 77th mission to date using the drone. So really impressive. Glad to see them, I guess, pushing the envelope of what you can use a drone for.
By the way, Kelly Green is available. And Kelly, if you're, I don't know if I think I sent the link to you. So if you're watching, I'll send it again. I don't see anybody in my queue. I've named my queue. Do you know what I named the queue?
Queue?
No, I named it the FA.
Oh, God. Lordy.
You can assemble that joke yourself.
No.
All right. So, Kelly, I sent you a link whenever you want to join us. Feel free.
All right. So Disney recently had their own light show, and this year they decided to devote their time to Baby Yoda.
Oh, yeah. You got any more information?
Well, this particular light show was part of I guess it's the LA skyline is where they did this. So this was out near LA. And this was for the Disney Plus system, and it's just a great demonstration, of the drones. There's not a whole lot of information as to why if there was any kind of like special event that was going on, but Santa Monica residents got a kick out of it, I'm sure. I would assume that this is, a promotional thing for them with Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN. So, but yeah, I mean, they did a respectably good show.
I have yet to go to a cluster drone show.
I look forward
cool.
to seeing one.
Yeah, it looks really cool. Okay, now Kelly's in the green room. Let me go ahead and see if I can bring him in. I gotta do this because Wirecast sucks. There we go. And ladies and gentlemen, it's Kelly Green. Welcome. Man, you look like you just played tennis.
I'm very sweaty, and I dedicated my victory to you in honor of your 200th, a.k.a. your bicentennial edition of Thursday Night Live.
Don't you mean the bicentennial? Yeah, man. Okay. So did you win at tennis?
Yes, I did.
All right. Was it fun playing tennis?
I love it, man. I absolutely love it. It was big in the 80s. When you and I were young, tennis was all the rage. You had John McEnroe, you had Jimmy Connors, you had Chris Evert, you had Martina Navratilova, you had Bjorn Borg, you had all these big names, these big major stars, and now you don't have a whole lot. You just don't have a whole lot of big names in tennis anymore.
Huh.
Well, not as exciting. I have to say, when I was in school, the private school that I went to when I was younger, the Marina Navratilova would come and practice on the tennis courts there. And what was really great was that she would come out with a tennis team that I was on, and we would actually get a chance to play against her. And I will tell you right now that when she played the tennis team, it was her on one side and 5 or 6 of us on the other side. And it was brutal. The woman was an amazing tennis player.
Ken doesn't realize how big that is. You have hit a tennis ball back and forth with one of the greatest, if not the greatest, probably right up there with Serena Williams, female tennis player of all time, Martina Navratilova. My hat's off to you, Jeff Sills.
Yeah, she was a truly kind person.
Please hold while I try to care.
All right, Jeff.
I can't do it.
Let's talk professional wrestling if you don't want to talk tennis.
No.
Right, yeah.
Kelly, can you hang around for the rest of the news?
Of course.
Okay, cool. All right. Jeff, please continue with the news.
All right. So the next story I'm going to preface a little bit to give some people in the audience that may not know what this is. The Caspian Sea Monster is what it's called. The Russians during the Cold War developed a vehicle called the Chronoplon, which was a hybrid between a boat and a plane that would hover across the ground. And it was designed to be able to zoom into America under our radar, along, flying right over the water. Well, the Chronoplon died off, but the idea behind the Chronoplon has lived on with drones.
Here we go.
Is an Chronoplan, or ground effect vehicle, autonomously navigating to various preset waypoints on a map using the open source autopilot software known as ArduPilot. While the Airfish 8 is probably my favorite wing and ground effect craft, those wings are a real challenge to cut using a hot wire cutter, which is my primary tool for prototyping. After many iterations, this was the final design.
Okay. So they invented a low-flying plane.
No. You have to understand.
I know. There's a whole thing with the ground effect, but they invented the plane first, and one dude flew it low one time and said, hey, I didn't need to go as fast because I was near the ground. That's how they discovered it, right?
Riding that ground effect means that it doesn't have to use as much power, which means that it can go longer, which means something like this that can be an automated drone to fly long distance routes, etc., for either surveying, etc. That is an amazing combination, and I'm really excited to see how well that develops and where they push it to.
All right, now I don't, no pressure, Jeff, but I will let you know that Jason Shepard is in the green room and he's standing by, and in order to talk to him, we have to let you go. Now I don't want to do that because you're my favorite.
Whoa,
Jeff, Jeff, you're my favorite. Between you and Jason Shepard, you're my favorite. And as soon as you're gone and Jason Shepard is on, I'll tell him the same thing. So, Kelly, yes, of course. That goes without saying. Yes, even sweaty Kelly. So let's get through this. Chris Rollins has a baby. He didn't call, so anyway.
All right. So yeah. I can rush through the news real fast if you want me to.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying no jibber jabber. No jibber jabber. All right.
All right, so the non-jibber jabber version of the news. Police drone helps find lost woman in Port St. Lucie.
All right, next. No. No. Tell us more.
All right, so this police video is of a woman who got lost at sundown while taking pictures from a construction site, and the police were able to use the drone with the thermal imaging to guide officers to her location and assist her in making sure that she got back home safely. And they also found 2 grams of methamphetamine on her at the same time. So she got to stay with the police officers a little bit longer than expected.
Can you see my mouse in the video? Isn't she right here? Or is that a deer or something? Because the drones.
That's a meth lab.
Is that a meth lab? There's the meth lab over there. Okay. No, but that's great. And look at the resolution. Isn't that incredible?
Yeah.
That's incredible resolution. All right.
Yeah, so that's just got to be a great one right there. All right, so the drone hotel concept is something that has come forth recently, and this is something very different.
Yes, and it's also something that will never happen. But let's talk about it as if it will.
Well, it's called the Driftscape Drone Hotel. And the idea is that you would have these flying pods that you would use as drones.
All right, hold on. Nobody's going to take a shit on a flying drone. Nobody's going to do it. Look, there's a toilet. Nobody's going to poop on a drone. I'm sorry. I ain't pooping in a drone. I would have already pooped myself as soon as it took off with no pilot.
Well, I want you to imagine, though, this isn't necessarily a drone as much as it is a flying hotel room, because essentially what happens is that this thing goes out to remote locations in scenic areas, lands, and essentially becomes a boat. And then can drift around. It can interconnect with other modules and create like little islands that they can use with multiple people. And that's the idea or the concept behind Driftscape, mixing drones and hotel rooms.
Yeah. This won't happen in our lifetime. if it ever happens, this is a glimpse 500 years into the future. This is never going to happen. All these rich Google people are like dreaming big. Good for you. Good for you. But you have to live in the...
It's only going to be the rich Google people that can use it.
You have to live in the real world, my friends.
Yeah.
Maybe I sound like an old fogey saying it, but it's never. And let me know in the chat. Would you sleep and or poop in a flying pod of glass?
I would take a bow shot on a drone anytime.
I totally would. By the way, we have to get to the weekly bow chart right after the 3-hour long news. All right, Jeff, what's next?
All right. So South Carolina is switching over and starting to use drones for their nuclear waste site inspections.
Yes.
They have decided to start using or implementing drones to review the Savannah River site. It's 310 square miles near Aiken, South Carolina, and being able to use the drones to study and keep track of the 36 metric tons of plutonium that has been deposited there is very useful. Obviously, it saves them a lot of time and effort, and I would imagine the ability for them to put devices on the drone to detect if they have leaks, etc., or possibly things they need to clean up. This is another new, I guess, unique way of using drones, and I'm kind of curious if they did have a radiation leak, would the drone be impacted by that at all?
Yes. How many tons? Metric tons? Yes.
36 metric tons of plutonium.
That's too much plutonium. All right, next story. Let's go. Shepard's waiting, man. Shepard's waiting.
All right. Fond du Lac County Sheriff's Office drone team recently used their drone to help nab a suspect.
All right.
The Fond du Lac County Sheriff's Office shared drone footage of yesterday's search with us. The man who originally ran from a deputy that was investigating a claim the suspect was following and harassing a woman took off into the woods. When the deputy lost sight of the man, the drone team was called in to track his movements. After several nearby residents reported seeing the man, the drone was able to locate him as he tried to hide under brush and in a creek bed. The drone then helped to safely navigate county deputies to the man's location where he was taken into custody.
When the suspect was located with thermal imaging on the FLIR, we could direct the deputies directly to him, and they didn't have to worry about their safety or the suspect being along this creek bed. They were able to move from point A to point B immediately to that suspect, and as they got closer, we could radio to those deputies and let them know you're about 30 yards from the suspect, you're 20 yards from the suspect, you're 10 yards from the suspect, and then tell them he's immediately to your left, in which case then at that point they entered this wooded area, this creek bed, and located him.
Okay, quick idea, and I know the FAA doesn't allow you to attach weapons to drones, but I think police departments should be allowed to put tasers on drones, and I'll tell you why. Because it would be a new show on Fox.
Yes.
Saturday night.
Down.
Drone taser drone cops or something. Wouldn't you watch that all day long? You know, the drone view, and then wait, I got my taser sound effect. I got it. Here we go. All right. And then you get on the mic, you're like, all right, we're going to tase you. All right, on the floor. Yeah, F you cops, I ain't doing nothing. Just like I would watch that all day. Let's see the replay on that in slow motion. New show on Fox. Yes. Totally.
Yeah. Then the drone falls down, yanks the wires, and the drone comes flying out of the sky.
Whatever, man. That would be so
Then you get
awesome.
a drone, then you get a tased and a decapitation. So it's two for the price of one.
Fantastic.
All right. So next in the news, this is something that I really, really love. There are always students and people experimenting with drones. And this story is about 3 19-year-old college students and a Brazilian immigrant who recently became an American citizen who came up with the
Our
idea
home here
of a
on the
hydro
eastern
drone.
shore of Virginia is surrounded by 2 massive bodies of water, the Atlantic Ocean and the Chesapeake Bay. And this makes our home very vulnerable to change. It's almost impossible to keep up-to-date bathymetric data on the channels here.
Our project is focused on rapid, cost-effective data solutions. And one of our visions is to introduce an advanced technology industry on the eastern shore of Virginia.
In order to provide this data, we're using drones. Drones provide this service at a much lower cost and bring high-tech jobs to the eastern shore of Virginia. We currently are using an aerial drone and a hydro drone. The hydro drone is being lent to us by ODU, however it's undergone heavy modification while it's here. We can control this autonomous unit using our computer and a mission planning software. The aerial drone is used to scout missions for this hydro drone, however it's also used in many other applications.
All of this information that we're gathering is going to end up in our database. This contains all of our historical maps and information, as well as any information we are able to get using our hydro drone.
Kelly, wake up! Wake up, man! Hey, don't fall asleep. That girl, she can't wait to get her braces off. It's cool. It's cool. She's good. She's gonna be a scientist.
Yeah, they took data dating back from the early stages of the United States and compared that data to what the drone and the hydro boat is getting now to determine how lakes and rivers and things have changed. And it's really fascinating stuff. I look forward to seeing
I'd love to talk about it some more, jibber jabber. Let's on to the next one. Here we go.
Okay. So EHang.
Yes, sir.
So once again brought out yet another device. The original EHang that we've seen before was for, flying around in the cities, but this one is designed as a flying taxi to go even farther. This one has a flight time of 100 minutes. It's designed to carry 2 passengers, 186 miles. I mean, this is basically an airplane that's autonomous. I mean,
but again, you put people in it without a pilot.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
all right. Look. Let me just stop you there. EHang, cool. Yeah. Okay. Company of the future. All right. But for people living now, most people, I would say, like to have a pilot. They like someone that has skin in the game, right? You don't want some Jethro with a joystick somewhere or a computer that could just decide to, I need a firmware update right now. You don't know what's going to happen, right? I just don't trust it. If they're going to have these things without pilots on board, they should attach some kind of device so that if anything wrong happens, the dude or the computer gets tased, right? So if they crash, right? If they crash while you're on duty, everybody that was on duty at that point, sorry, got to line you up, take you out. That's the only way. You're going to be really careful, because the pilots, they don't want to crash either. See, you and the pilot have something in common when they're on board with you. Anyway, hey.
Jeff, why is he not the president of these United States of America?
Boom. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Man. All right. By the way, if I was, everybody could fly in Washington. You could dive the Washington Monument. Come on down, Mr. Steele. Everybody, Lincoln's head on the White House lawn. Anything. That's my platform. All right. Next story.
Right, so we have those videos where people are in the right place at the right time, and in this particular video, this guy was in the right place at the right time to film somebody doing the wrong thing. This poor Uber driver got caught on a bridge when tide was coming in.
Whoa!
And was trying to get out, and this drone pilot got a chance to capture on film this man's exceptionally dangerous attempt to get out of some hot water.
I bet that water's kind of cold. What? Who in the car? Do you think they had a discussion in the car? Yeah, go for it. I'll tip you. Whatever. Who was in a hurry? The Uber guy or the passengers? You think? Because it looks like.
From what I understand, the area is one of those areas that once the tide comes in, you're landlocked. You can't get out. And so I believe probably some of this was to just get out of an area that they did not want to get stuck in. But
where is it? Where is this?
Seriously risky.
Where is this?
I don't have information as to the location.
I'm gonna go out on a ledge right now and say it's not the United States.
No, this was okay. This was over in Europe.
Okay,
definitely.
Okay. Well, here's the reason why. Coming up, you'll see it. Let me fast forward. Okay.
Oh dear.
All right. So apparently they were hanging out there. Where is it? There was a monk just hanging out in a little building, as is usual on bridges. Every bridge has a monk. The old bridge monk.
Bridge monk. Yep. Saw that, Kevin.
If you have a problem, Just go to your local bridge monk. He'll sort things out. So I guess, and they had to get rescued by boats. The boats had to come and rescue them, or they just had to wait it out. Oh boy, you know that Uber guy? He's in trouble.
He didn't get a tip.
He doesn't have a job anymore, no doubt.
Probably.
Yeah.
All right. So last in the news, the Europeans, not to outdo anybody, have come up with this brand new drone blasting laser tech.
Oh, this is a force multiplier. Young pilots, look away. Highly sensitive viewers may want to look away. This is horrible, what you're about to see. They're shooting a laser at the drone, and it shoots it, and it falls right out of the sky. It's zooming along, minding its own business, and then some knucklehead with a laser beam comes up and shoots it. Son of a bitch!
They were able to pick off drones flying 30 miles an hour from distances of up to 3,300 feet.
Oh. Will it work with the Mavic 2? Sure, let's ruin one of those. Let's shoot the laser at the Mavic 2. Anybody have an Inspire? Let's try that too.
Will you do the rest of the show in that voice?
Yeah, sure. But I tell you what, and Jason, we're coming to you. I see you in the green room. I tell you what, I have an anti-drone laser drone. My own invention. Surefire. I got it right here. Okay.
How many antis is that?
That's two. That's like a radar detector.
Ah.
This is my anti-drone laser drone. It comes with a simple attachment. You just have to figure out how to tape it on here. It's a mirror, right? Right? What could the laser do against that, right? Nothing. You're welcome, terrorist or whoever wants to fly where they're not supposed to and not get blasted out of the sky with a laser. Or
I respect that.
Just dip it in chrome. It'll reflect right off, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Jeff, by the way, the t-shirt you have on, that YouTuber is from my hometown.
Really?
Yeah.
That's good. Well, I've been paying close attention. I love wearing this because, I mean, I've been amazed at how many people actually know about Kentucky.
I apologize about all the jibber jabber happening right now, Jason. We're going to come to you in a minute, right after we finish talking about Jeff's t-shirt, which is very important. Go on.
Stick a thumb in it.
All right.
He's a ballistics YouTuber from Murray, Kentucky who accidentally shot himself. He stuck his thumb in his own chest to save his life.
Blah, never heard of him.
Okay.
All right. I'm sure he's awesome. I'm sure he has more subscribers than me. But anyway, Jeff, thank you so much. I want to tell you in front of everybody, I do. I love you, man. I appreciate you. I really do. Thank you for being so dependable and being there for me and everybody else with the news and everything else. I love you, man.
I love it.
All right.
It's fun.
All right. See you later, buddy.
Thanks for stopping by. Now get out.
We should probably mention remotepilot101.com. Isn't it a great place?
Great place.
It is a great place. Tell us about your place, Jason.
So, Remote Pilot 101, no one has prepared more Part 107 pilots than us. And you'll be pleased, those of you who are current customers now, you're going to be experiencing version 3 and a brand new learning management system in about 2 weeks. So the best just keeps on getting better. RemotePilot101.com. Use promo code Heron18, which, by the way, Ken, I can't brag on you enough. When we search promo codes, you know me, I'm all about our marketing and everything else. Heron18 is the most used promo code. Your people listen to you, Ken.
Yay, thank you, people. I appreciate that. And you've been very busy updating the lessons too, because
there's not every video has gotten a facelift. There's 76 videos in there. Every single one has gotten a facelift. The course has gone from 9 hours to almost 12 hours now. There's just so much new content. We're always trying to innovate, push new content. Now with all the recurrent tests changing so much, we're like, wow, we just launched our new course. We need to fix it now. So we're back to that. I was just reviewing some of the stuff our writers sent over earlier for some of the content, and there's some more great stuff coming out here soon as well.
And you take actual questions that test takers give you and kind of incorporate those in the quizzes too, right? So they're actual FAA questions.
We have a ton of data on that, no doubt. So yeah, and I always share, you know this, Ken, I call them the boot camps at the end where I share, this is a question you're gonna see on your knowledge test. Let's not memorize it, let's understand the why behind it, but just to prepare them for the knowledge test. You know this though, Ken, I want you to be safe in the real world. My mission isn't just to pass a test. I want you safe when you're out there flying FPV, whatever it is, so you can be a light and be a mentor to everybody else that's out there wondering about what this new drone space is. Even though it's not that new, but to many it is so new. We have to be ambassadors to that.
You're a shining star, Jason. A shining star.